this game. Now Ann Strother, the Naismith High School Player of the Year, heads up another class of new Huskies in today's WBCA High School All-America game. Welcome to Hartford, Connecticut. We are inside the Hartford Civic Center for the WBCA High School All-America game. The best high school players from all around the country gathered together today. Pam Ward along with Doris Burke. And Doris, a lot of these players we see today are going to make impacts as freshmen. Shauna Zolman going to Tennessee. She should fit in right away.
Well, Pat Summitt finished one game shy of the Final Four. She's not used to that. And Zolman's got the kind of skills that can help her get back over the hump where she wants to be. She's the all-time leader in girls high school scoring in the state of Indiana, over 3,000 points. In 4 years, she never averaged less than 30 points a game. She's got tremendous range on the jump shot. She can go to the basket hard, and most importantly, she guards people.
So she is headed to Tennessee. Connecticut has 5 players playing in this game, including Ann Strother. The National High School Player of the Year led her high school in Colorado to 3 straight state titles. We got girls basketball coming up.
Since its inception in 1981, the Women's Basketball Coaches Association has become the epicenter for coaches and fans of women's basketball.
I believe it is so important for coaches at all levels to join the WBCA and get involved. Much of the growth that we have had in our sport stems from the WBCA and its membership.
The WBCA has such a strong voice in women's basketball. The more members that we have, the stronger that voice can be.
Grab a Diet Coke. Do what feels good.
Audition.
Flirt. Entice. Indulge.
Smile.
Applaud.
You get a good feeling from great taste without the calories. Do something with it.
Win.
What could feel better than a chance at fame? Thanks to Diet Coke and Blockbuster, you could win a walk-on role in a big-time movie. Just look for a game piece inside specially marked multi-packs or multi-liters of Diet Coke to win.
Give autographs.
Diet Coke. Do what feels good.
ESPN2's presentation of the 2002 Phoenix WBCA High School All-America game is brought to you by the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, creating champions one team at a time. www.wbca.org, your new address for women's basketball. And by Coca-Cola. Take a look now at the starting lineups for this afternoon's game in Hartford. WBCA All-America game, the 11th annual All-Star game for the red side. Look out for Simone Augustus. She has yet to sign a letter of intent. And on the white side, Strother is joined by Jillian Goring and Nicole Wolf. All 3 of those players will be headed to Connecticut. We're coming up with the WBCA High School All-America game. The very best high school seniors gathered together in one spot for one game.
It's a fact. Kids in music programs perform better in reading and math, yet many public school music programs are disappearing, and our children's futures are uncertain. Help Comcast and VH1 save the music. Here's how.
Enjoy an evening of fine music at the Be Instrumental Benefit Concert, May 2nd at the Lyric Opera House. Proceeds to benefit the Baltimore City Public School Fine Arts Programs. Get your tickets today. Call Ticketmaster at 410-481-SEAT.
Because music education is instrumental to learning.
Hey, buddy, we gotta talk. There's something big going on.
Really big.
Big like his head. You get a brand new motorcycle and pay nothing until January. Add it up, my friend.
0, right?
Yeah, it's 0.
And Kawasaki ride.
You gotta get down there because this stuff doesn't happen every day.
Seize the opportunity,
Seize
sport.
it.
Grab the bull by the
Grab
horns.
him.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
A what?
See your Kawasaki dealer, Cycle World, at 7930 Pulaski Highway in Baltimore.
And as you can tell by the crowd, it is a UConn Husky-dominated atmosphere. Again, 5 players. Jillian Goring has not yet signed with Connecticut, though, has a verbal agreement, and we expect her to sign on Wednesday. April 10th is when players can go ahead and sign late.
Yeah, she had verbaled early, and then some issues with Western Kentucky. I believe she had a boyfriend in that neighborhood, that neck of the woods. Waited till the spring. Signing is, I believe, is it April 10th?
Yeah, it should be Wednesday.
April 10th.
And Goring is 6'7" tall, originally from Trinidad, makes her home now in Waterloo, Iowa. She is part of the white team, and we are just about to get underway in Hartford. Goring and Simone Augustus, the only 2 players who have not signed. And right off the bat, we give it to Johanna Salverson, and the Iowa-bound star gets on the score sheet.
And nice pass from Erin Grant. Grant averaged 8 assists in high school. She finds people.
Taisha Fluker going to Tennessee, misses. Goring tries to get the break started. Number 43 in white is Strother. Nicole Wolf, her teammate, lefty, in and out. Crockett with the board.
Well, this place would have erupted. Remember, it was Sue Bird and Swin Cash who started their careers as Connecticut Huskies in this All-Star game.
That was 4 years ago. Barbara Turner's going to Connecticut. A wild shot off the mark. Wolf cannot handle, and it will stay with the white team. They're saying it is off a red player. Okay, Rhonda Farney has 660 wins at Georgetown High School in Georgetown, Texas. She will be heading up the white team, and Brian Georges has taken 4 different teams to Final Fours in the state of New York, the only coach to ever do that.
Georges finished number 4 in the nation this season. He has put together a solid group of young women.
Coaches in Poughkeepsie, New York. Here's Norman on the break to Crockett. That is off the mark. Rebound battled for and taken by Erin Grant, going to Texas Tech. Good pass over to Salverson. Unselfish play. Strother to Goring. And that rims out. The rim has been kind of tight early.
Goring at 6'7" is entertaining. She runs the floor. She's got great size, but she loves to step away and face.
LaVere going to Notre Dame. Misses badly. Rebound taken by Salverson. Grant, the smallest player here, has Wolf on the wing, finds her, and Wolf drives. LaVere comes down with the rebound.
That's her strong side. Wolf is a lefty. She's got great rotation on the jump shot. She and Strother, though, very thin of frame.
Red team has yet to hit a shot now. 0 of 5 from the floor as Augustus airballs it. Strother can run the court like a deer.
Can shoot the 3. A good solid pass from Salverson. Salverson heading to the University of Iowa.
Strother, the #1 player in the country, consensus with all those women's basketball news services, USA Today, Street and Smith, you name it. And she was considered the top recruit, and Gino Auriemma signed her early.
One of the few high school players who was selected to a USA basketball team. Played last summer for Gino on the Junior World team.
LaVere is fouled on the follow. Let's take a look at the white getting out on that break, Doris.
Well, we should see an awful lot of this. Transition. Kids love to get up and down the floor. Salverson, nice use of the dribble. And as you said, Strother, she's got excellent quickness. And then here's a little penetration by Wolf. Just cannot get it to go. Really had a pretty good angle at it.
And Strother called for the foul. That sends Courtney LaVere to the line. LaVere already has 3 rebounds. And she swishes that free throw home.
Now, LaVere will go to Muffet McGraw at Notre Dame. And Muffet referred to Jacqueline Baptiste as potentially one of the best rebounders she's ever had. So what a nice tandem. And then put Teresa Borton into that mix.
LaVere, 6'3", power forward from California. Strother for 3, nothing but net.
She can stick it. Average feet set quickly.
And she averaged 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists at Highlands Ranch, Colorado High School. Simone Augustus misses, rebound, Wolf. On the break, Wolf gives it up to Salverson, and she is called for the travel.
Wow. And Strother, nice little dish by Erin Grant. She'll be looking to do that with Gia Perkins next season. This particular team, Strother is a capable scorer.
Capable, would just about do it. Yep, Strother with 5 points. For the white, they lead by 5, and another turnover takes it back to the white ball club. There's a good look at Brian Georges says he's won 448 games. He's also the athletic director at Our Lady of Lourdes. So he says whenever there's a coaching opening, I got to do it. So he's coached tennis and golf, baseball, softball, volleyball, and of course basketball.
Well, it doesn't look like she's got the strength to finish plays, but boy, nice crossover. That was like a George Gervin-like extension and finger roll.
Going to be tough to stop. Right, hitting 3 of its 6 shots to go up. Levere is fouled. That's 2 on Strother, who has done everything well except stop Levere.
And Strother, 6'1", 150 pounds, lean, but great handle between the legs and the cross. And how about that little roll? Sweet.
6'1", listed at about 150 pounds. So as you said, Doris, slight, but can really do things with the basketball. Levere now 3 for 3 from the line.
She's won 3 straight state titles. And you think about Kirsten Walters, who was part of that class, did not play a lot because of the injuries, but at the end of that recruiting, helped in the decision-making with Strother. That Connecticut family is growing.
Just replaced one great class with another. Grant underneath for Soverson, a little bit too fine. And that will stay with the white team. And Strother off to a good start in front of the home crowd. She has 7 points, and her white team on top of the red by 5.
The West Side is calling timeout. The Uptown is down by 3. With the shake. Ice one for 30. Lewis Trick with the boogie. That's a rubber box special. 4 high blinks left. Let it fly, Joe. Let it fly. The Uptown
People who don't use 1-800-COLLECT make me mad. I pity fools who don't know it saves a buck or two. 1-800-COLLECT always leaves a good impression. Use 1-800-COLLECT. Save a buck or two.
Some dazzle, some shimmer, some smolder, some simply shine. But the lights on Broadway have never burned brighter. And if you want to celebrate the year's most brilliant display, bring your Visa card. The only card accepted at the 2002 Tony Awards. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Hi, I'm Bob. And I'm Charlie. This lawn is a work of art. I use Scott Premium Grass Seed. Your inferior brands have weeds, but the seed that Scott has is the purest seed you can get. Healthy, lush, green. The lawn is only as good as the seed you start with.
Welcome back to Hartford. The white on top of the red team, 9-4. Ruby Vaden about to check in for the white club. She is going to Arkansas, and a little scary earlier today, Doris.
Yeah, in layup lines, bumped one of her teammates, hit the stanchion, and then fell down. And this is what will make those college coaches hold their breath. She is a skilled player, excellent frame inside. Vaden, 6'2", very solid upper body. Good movement around the rim. I like her skills.
Unfortunately, she was not hurt. You see Vaden with the basketball right now. A lot of substitutions. Nikki Blue is in, as is Latangela Atkinson. And Kasha Terry, shot clock down to 4 as Blue, headed to UCLA, misfires. White team now 4 of 8 from the floor. The red 0 of 7. They have made some substitutions, trying to get some things going. Misty Bass, number 52, battling Vaden underneath. Barbara Turner, one of the UConn signees, misfires. She's got a kind of a dynamic personality.
A dynamic personality and great skills to go with it, and $1 million smile to boot.
Bodies crash. A knee shot by Kasha Terry. That didn't work. Turner to Kendrick. Alexis Kendrick heading to Georgia. She is from Los Angeles. There's Turner. Inside to Bass. And the Duke-bound player misfires. Rebound. Brooke Smith also going to Duke, unable to hit it. off-balance shot missed by Latangela Atkinson. Welch headed to Oklahoma. She misses for the White.
That's some pretty good opportunities. And Zolman, oh, she is tough, folks. Coached by her dad.
And the cheer erupting, Doris, because the Connecticut Huskies have just entered the building. The national championship, the national champion team, fresh off their bone-chilling parade route.
And they couldn't possibly have been cheering for Zolman, who's going to Tennessee.
And Sue Bird will join us at halftime to chat about what has been a very exciting career for her, obviously. And Shauna Zolman, hitting the three-point play, is headed to Tennessee. We talked about her in the open, Doris, and she has a lot of skill.
Oh, she's got tremendous skill, great savvy. Shoots the long ball with great consistency. This kid can play.
Turner with the miss. And here comes the White team. Vaden ahead of the pack.
Yeah, I like Vaden. She just runs the floor extremely well. She's a good physical presence on the block.
6'2", 197-pounder headed to Arkansas. She is from Osceola, Arkansas. Staying home to play ball. Turner just zips one, and Brooke Smith puts her hands up in the air like, I had no shot.
Turner wanted her to turn inside. She turned the wrong direction. Yeah, but this is White getting after it, outscoring the Red 8-2 in the paint.
And that was Vaden. Tasha Terry unable to handle it. It will come back to the Red team. Terry heading to Georgia Tech, who's considered to be perhaps the best signing ever for that women's basketball program. Good stuff for Agnes Baronato down in Atlanta. There you see the points in the paint.
And Terry said it was Baronato's personality that played a large part in her decision.
Barbara Turner gets the hoop and the foul.
And Turner tried to make a spectacular pass. This time she takes it herself. Great post position. Vaden was in trouble from the get on that one. And Turner, they list her at 6 foot.
Misty Bass has her shot blocked by Terry. Welch trying to get it, but Alexis Kendrick taps it out of bounds. The White will get it. The Red getting 5 of its 9 points from the free throw line. Red 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. There's Welch again, heading to Oklahoma. A lot of holes to fill for that Sooner team.
They graduate 4 seniors. Plenty of starters. Welsh will have an opportunity to get some things done.
And that shot is made by Kasha Terry from going to Georgia Tech. The runner-up national champion in the national championship game, Oklahoma. There's Zolman in and out on the 3. Brooke Smith draws the foul. The Red has done a good job of drawing contact so far.
Well, we've seen early from the 2 Duke signees exactly what Gail Gessenkors needs. Misty Bass and Brooke Smith. They're both players focused on getting down to the block and doing some work, which is exactly what they need. Excellent pursuit of the basketball, and then a step-through move. Very nice.
Terry called for the foul, her first, as Brooke Smith hits the first free throw. Terrific player in Marin County and one of several scholar athletes here. You're going to Duke, you have to be smart. A 4.0 GPA and a 1270 on her SAT.
Yeah, you think of what Gail Gessenkors did, 8 healthy bodies of practice, but even her power forwards and things want to step away. Both Bass and Smith both want to do some work on the block.
White leading by 2 here in the first half. We're playing 2 20-minute halves, just like in college basketball. The White team leading on the boards and on the scoreboard, and that will stay the Reds' way.
Boy, Kendrick has some foot speed, no doubt. Alexis Kendrick.
And they need a guard at Georgia. They suffered a little bit in the backcourt this year. Barbara Turner trying to finish, and the Red team has had trouble doing that, getting good shots inside, but not finishing. Here's a finish for you. No, it's blown by Latangela Atkinson. Atkinson on her way to Chapel Hill, where she will play for North Carolina.
Boy, chippies. You hate to see them miss chippies. And they have done this very well through the first 8 minutes of this ball game. Get out and run. That one you got to put home.
And Atkinson called for a foul at the end of that play. Not really a lot of contact. Zolman.
Tough shot. We actually had a hand on her other wrist, but still able to score it.
First tie of the ball game at 13 apiece. Zolman has 5 points off the bench, and here she is leading them again. Turner gets around Welsh but can't finish. Brooke Smith bottled up underneath to her teammate at Duke, Misty Bass. And finally, it is brought down by Nikki Blue.
Boy, that tandem has done a nice job inside.
Terry, good catch. She was a little out of off balance, but was able to right herself. Gail Guest, of course, that was the Achilles heel for Duke, was inside play. Zolman trying for the 3, that's off the mark.
She's not shy.
Zolman has not met a shot she doesn't like, and they're all good shots, though. Back on the break, Kendrick can't handle Turner's pass. We have a close one here in Hartford. The white on top of the red by 3. Both teams running the floor well. Tasha Terry with 2 of her 4 points.
Is it hot out here or is it just you? Need some help?
No.
I can't help you save and collect calls, though. Just dial down the center at 1-800-TALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them. All right. Will you try this on?
Save on every call. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Bottled water getting expensive. Try pure filtered water. Just as good as bottled at a price that's 10 times less. Doesn't that sound better? Pure water filters. Your water should be pure. Besides saving you money, the Pure Water filter is so easy to install and use. You already have all the tools you need. Pure Water filters. Your water should be pure.
There's something wonderful about a hamburger. It's one of the few things that brings so much joy. Made fresh, hot off the grill, all juicy and delicious with fresh toppings so it tastes great. It lifts your spirits and makes everything okay. That's the kind of hamburger we make. Wendy's Classic Double with cheese. It's better here. And now Wendy's pickup windows open late so you can eat great even late.
Hey, there's big news at 7-Eleven. It's the new Big Bite Combo. Delicious Big Bite hot dog made by Oscar Mayer. With free chili and cheese. Whatever you want. An ice cold Pepsi. And a big grab of chips. All for just $1.99. Oh, thank heaven.
WBCA All-America game. The white team up early by 2. Ann Strother doing a lot of good work.
Welcome to the next generation of Connecticut Huskies. They've won 2 of the last 3 national titles. Are we seeing a preview of the future? Ann Strother, the Naismith Player of the Year. In-out skills. Runs the floor. She better because transition is Connecticut's forte. And then off the bounce. Very solid. Boy, her frame looks thin, but the girl has got plenty of game. 7 points, 1 block.
Yep, perfect from the floor, and has added that block, and she is going to take a break for the white team. Very briefly, she's coming in at the next whistle. Wholesale substitutions upcoming. Welch, fade away.
Shot. Wow, that was Jackie Style-esque right there. Holy smokes. The falling away leaner, gets space. That was pretty.
Chelsea Welch, first team All-State in Texas. She's from Plainview, Texas, but again, will be going to Oklahoma. Levere, boy, big height advantage over Welch, but can't get it in. Blue, run the show at UCLA in the fall, draws the foul on the follow.
Jackie Stiles once played in this WBCA High School All-American game. The ball fake. She doesn't have great size, so she's got to lean and stick the jumper. Wow. I like that.
Stiles, of course, a lot of people thought she was too small, but she kind of proved some folks wrong.
Yes, she did.
And has done so in the WNBA as well.
Got to replace a lot of guards at Oklahoma. Stacey Dales, Lanisha Caulfield, and Rosalind Ross, who flat out played great in the NCAA tournament.
Wholesale substitutions for the white club, including Ann Strother, who comes in. And, of course, Oklahoma so guard-oriented with Caulfield and other talent and Dales and Roz Ross, as you mentioned. And people there are going to be happy that Chelsea Welch is making her way to Norman. Blue, 2 for 2 from the line. her first 2 points. She will take a seat, and Erin Grant comes in. That was the White's first trip to the line. The Red has gotten there quite often. Simone Augustus, unsigned, number 33 in red. Inside, and that is a putback.
LaVere getting it done again inside.
Courtney LaVere, 6 points, her first field goal, however.
Oh, good hands right there by LaVere.
LaVere has Augustus to her left. But this is an all-star game. She's taking it in.
No need to give that up. Playing both ends.
LaVere, 4-time USA Today All-American, has 8 points. And also 3 rebounds. Strother, why not? That one, though, was off the mark. And wisely, Taisha Fluker lets it go out of bounds. MLS Soccer continues on ESPN2 as the New England Revolution with Mamadou Diallo visit the defending MLS Cup champ San Jose Earthquakes. MLS Soccer Saturday on ESPN2 at 3 Eastern Time. For more information, log on to ESPNSoccerNet.com. Meanwhile, basketball continuing here in Hartford. That soccer game will follow us here on ESPN2. And that shot is nailed by Nicole Wolf.
Well, in transition, good decision to pull. She gets a lot of spin on that basketball and that jumper.
Nicole Wolf from Walpole, Massachusetts. She had a 4.4 GPA in high school. Inside, Simone Augustus loves to attack the basket.
Boy, who gets her? LSU, Tennessee. Those are 2 of the remaining choices on her list.
Duke also still in the hunt. Strother working that baseline. Grant's little, and she gets it just swatted away by Nina Norman. Ball on the floor. Grant ties it up with LaVere. And the alternate possession will bring it to the Red. Grant's tough, only 5'7", maybe, 120 pounds, very slight. Led her team to 4 straight Class 5A state championships in Texas. That's a record. She is going to Texas Tech. Air ball put up by Fluker. Strother leading the break. Oh, what a pass to Salverson, who can't get it home.
Augustus is out in front. Oh!
Grant gets it back. Wisely steps away this time. Wolf for 3. Fluker rebounds it. Fluker going to Tennessee. But Grant, right in the thick of things, Salverson takes it at Fluker, who fouls her.
Boy, Grant may be the smallest player on the floor, but she certainly has her nose in the action. See, White continues to go at the rim. They've doubled him up in points in transition, but Fluker, goodness. It's Simone Augustus, as we've already said. Goring has officially verbaled, but Augustus has not yet made her decision. It's been well publicized that Mickey DeMoss, the assistant coach or associate head coach at Tennessee, may get that Ohio State job. And speaking with Simone, certainly that was a concern. You know, these kids get close to the assistant coaches, and it plays a part in their decision, and I know that was a concern of hers.
Mickey DeMoss, a terrific recruiter all these years at the University of Tennessee. Perhaps the leading candidate for that coveted Ohio State job. Sloppy play underneath. Wolf can't get it. Simone Augustus out on the break. Has left.
My! How about the inside-out dribble?
But again, the Red unable to convert. But you see Augustus so exciting in the open floor. In and out. Salverson with the miss.
Oh my! See, I don't know if the official had a good view of that, because was the ball up in the air too long, or that inside out? Look at LaVere get after it.
How about Courtney LaVere? She has 10 points, 10 of the 21. She also has 4 rebounds, and the Red is only down by 1. Good defense by Augustus to knock it around, but Salverson picks it up.
Being in the right place at the right time, because LaVere very nearly came up with that. Salverson, it was Iowa or another Big Ten school. Her choices were limited to Big Ten country.
Inside, LaVere has a dozen.
Boy, she is tearing it up. They've got a nice inside game coming back, and she will certainly add to that.
And she gets another rebound. And Courtney LaVere headed to Notre Dame. inside. Good pass. Crockett.
Oh, my. That went in.
Off the shot clock and into the basket. Doesn't count. Well, Annette Crockett, it looked good. She's going to Connecticut. This shot doesn't count. We're coming back to Hartford.
This weekend, tonight at 7, it's the Frozen Four, the NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Tournament Championship game. At 8 on the Deuce, the track heats up with NHRA qualifying from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tomorrow, it's ESPN Sunday Night Baseball as the Oakland A's battle Ichiro's Mariners. And on ESPN Classic, catch the fish that saved Pittsburgh with Dr. J and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on ESPN this weekend.
The ACC Player of the Year, Juan Dixon. Now one of the most successful coaches in the country, Gary Williams.
In the mood for a hit movie tonight? Let Comcast Digital In Demand give you a front row seat to Hollywood's most exciting new hits. Tonight, choose from up to 12 great movies, including these hot new titles, all in theater-quality digital picture and sound. Rent a movie from your couch. Hit movies every half hour. Another way Comcast Digital Cable makes life a little cooler.
Saying goodbye to one generation, welcoming another. These Connecticut fans on hand for 5 of their signees after a 39-0 season. Strother, one of the next generation. This does not result in a bucket. You better get this out because that might send Gino Oriema into a tizzy. Sprinting, athleticism, and then, folks, I'm not sure I've ever seen a girl do this inside out. Watch it right here. I have not seen a girl do an inside-out dribble that well in a long time. That was sweet. And LeVere follows it up. Simone Augustus with plenty of skill. Inside-out dribble is tough to guard.
Boy, I tell you, you can tell why all those teams want her. And again, she is unsigned, and Augustus takes a break. Strother does not, however. She misses and hustles for the rebound, but it's going to come back to the red. White with a 1-point lead in part because half of their points have come in the paint. They are finishing better than the Red Club.
Yeah, their percentages aren't good, but they have made a little bit more shots.
Turner fouled underneath. Let's take a look at Courtney LeVere.
Courtney LeVere, 6'3", out of Ventura, California, and is playing this afternoon, making plays on both ends, makes a steal, gets some transition, uses the weak hand, and then the face-up, the 15-foot jumper. But here's where she excels, down around the block, gets solid finisher close.
Back to live action as Courtney LeVere takes a break and certainly has done a lot of work here for the red team. Ann Strother has 3 personal fouls. She fouled Barbara Turner, who hit both of her free throws, and the red takes a lead for the first time, up by 1. So Strother continues to play with those 3 fouls. She and Turner, of course, will be playing together this fall. Grant inside to Goring, and she cannot handle it. It comes back to the red. Goring at 6'7", originally from Trinidad. She, at age 14, was named Trinidad's Sportswoman of the Year, did some traveling around the world with the president of Trinidad.
Yeah, she actually grew up playing netball, which is somewhat similar to basketball, but you cannot dribble a ball to advance it. It's an interesting sport.
Brooke Smith with a little hook shot. Wow. Smith headed to Duke University, and the Reds' lead is up to 3. The Red has hit 9 of its 10 free throws. One reason why they've gotten the lead back. And Goring does like to shoot for 3.
You've heard of a point forward. She wants to invent the point center position. She shoots a lot of jumpers.
Misty Bass, that one is short, but her soon-to-be college teammate, Brooke Smith, rebounds it and gets fouled.
The last 6'7" Connecticut Husky, Carol Walters, I don't think she came in shooting 3-point jumpers.
And Chubby Checker is here as a very interested bystander. Because word has come to us that he is Misty Bass's father. And so he's here supporting his kid as Brooke Smith hits her first.
There was the twist, and then there was let's twist again, like we did last summer. Remember those two?
Only on the oldie stations, of course.
That's Domino. I found my thrill. See, I got him confused there for a second. I love that song. I found my thrill.
Jonas Salverson was called for that last foul. Inside, little Grant can't get it. Brooke Smith with the rebound. We should see Chubby at some Duke games coming up. Duke going to play Connecticut, and we're going to get that on for you on one of our two networks, ESPN or ESPN2, coming up. We look forward to that. That'll be good. Duke having all those kids coming back.
Oh, they're incredibly talented.
Brooke Smith has 6 rebounds. Smith, one of the 2 players, along with Bass, who will be headed to play for Gail Destiny.
Yeah, it was Monique Curry, who was a star in this high school All-America game last year for the WBCA. Boy, if you're a basketball coach, this game shows the depth of involvement the WBCA has at all levels for anyone coaching girls basketball.
Zolman, that's an air ball, and it's taken by Aaron Grant. Nicole Wolf ahead of everybody on the break, cannot finish, and it will stay with the white team. Sunday night, 2 teams battle for the American League West Division title last season. Meet again. American League Rookie of the Year Ichiro and the Mariners host the A's. Sunday night baseball presented by Nextel. Coverage begins with Baseball Tonight presented by Pep Boys at 7 Eastern. For more information, you can log on to ESPN.com.
Ichiro, a cultural phenomenon on 2 continents.
We got all those votes on the internet from a lot of these Japanese fans, and what a heck of a player. He's off to another great start. And Barry only has 5 home runs in 3 games for the Giants, by the way. Goring, not a bad start for her as she heads to the line. She was fouled by Brooke Smith. Barry Bonds with an extra inning, game-winning home run last night. Why pitch to him in extras? Manager, what would you do, Skip?
I wouldn't throw to him.
There you go. And we have some substitutions. Ann Strother sitting down. Strother with 7 points, but 3 fouls for this white team. Inside pass. Vaden, good passing out to Welch, and she nails the 3.
Capable scorer, Welch.
Averaged 19 points and 8 rebounds in Plainview High School, and right back. The 3 is hit by Shauna Zolman.
Yeah, this is a good competitor. This kid practiced yesterday very hard. Plays all out all the time.
You can tell she's the kid of a coach.
Yes, yep.
Dad went to Indiana. Zolman is called for the foul, reaching in. But Zolman should come in and give some pep to that Tennessee team right away. Going to get a lot of minutes, even as a freshman in Tennessee. Her red team is up on the white by 2. Her 3 getting them there.
The second annual ESPN Action Sports and Music Awards, fueled by Mountain Dew, April 16th at 9 Eastern on ESPN.
Give it back! It's mine!
Is there a problem, Davy?
Well, Dad, there was only one Dew left. Tommy said it was his, I said it was mine, and we began to fight, and it was wrong. We're sorry.
Boys, why don't you give me the Mountain Dew?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Now let that be a lesson to you.
What just happened here? We got hosed, Tommy. We got hosed.
Oh, Davy.
Hey, dialing my number?
Of course, I always use 1-800-COLLECT.
Then you already know it saves a buck or two.
1-800-COLLECT? It's so easy.
You sure know how to push the right buttons.
1-800-COLLECT. Save a buck or two.
Welcome back to Hartford. Chubby Checker getting acknowledged here at the Hartford Civic Center as they play Not Twist, but Let's Twist Again.
No, this is Let's Twist Again. You got to know your song. There he is. Yes, sir. And the UConn Huskies are now. That's Asia Jones. The girl can go a little bit.
The Connecticut fans and also the players getting up. Taurasi,
you knew Taurasi was
going to be in it. As they're having a good time here, as Tubby Checker has been acknowledged. He's Missy Bass's dad, and that's Latangela Atkinson.
Yeah, step away. Nikki Teasley step in. Latangela Atkinson, pretty move.
From Bishopville, South Carolina. We'll play at North Carolina for the Tar Heels. Sort of a weird break, but it stays with the white team. Atkinson going to try to set it up, but that's a backcourt once Nikki Brew touches it, and she does. Talk about Shauna Zolman and how good she has been. How about 8 points in 8 minutes?
That's not bad.
That's a 40-point pace for a 40-minute game, right? Zolman, and not just a scorer, but somebody who can certainly play the point.
Yeah, somebody who broke Stephanie White-McCarty's Indiana scoring record. Stephanie had one national championship to her credit. Will Zolman get one?
I certainly hope so, as Welch misses. Turner with a little fancy dribble. Gives it to Zolman. Zolman looking to shoot. Turner says, I will from 3.
I like Turner. Good skills. You can put it on the deck, go around. If you come out and challenge that jumper, she's got a college body right now.
From Cleveland, she was the runner-up twice for Miss Ohio basketball. Did some great things for East Tech High School in Cleveland. Ball out of bounds. It's going to go to the red.
Boy, Vaden got through some people, though. That was a double team. She's got excellent feet, good feel for where defenders are.
Vaden, very highly recruited, considered to be perhaps Arkansas's best post player, or certainly one of their best post players ever.
Look at Turner get up. Nice timing.
And then she responds for the crowd. The largest lead now for the red is 5 points.
Boy, the verbal jabs that will go back between Turner and Taurasi, that should be entertaining for the Connecticut fans.
Zolman trying to draw the charge. I believe they got her for the block instead. Coming up at the half on ESPN2, we'll take a look at the history of the Wade Trophy. Sue Bird will stop by to chat, and we'll have a presentation for the WBCA High School Player of the Year. All that coming up at the half on ESPN2. Talking about how much you like Barbara Turner. She has scored the game's last 5 points.
A steal by Norman off the inbound.
Simone Augustus is back in the game, but Norman takes it herself. Augustus boards it.
Very similar to what Turner just did. These players, excellent timing, good ups.
Augustus with 4. This is a 7-0 run now for the Red. Their largest lead is 7. And another foul underneath. Lynette Crockett called for her first. 16 fouls now. A nice move to get away from the pressure by Atkinson, but she can't convert. Augustus! Nice. So quick with that first step.
Yeah, she's got a good handle. She knows how to use the body to protect the basketball.
Run is up to 9-0 in favor of the Red. And the bleeding is not stopped. Boy, Vaden had that in 3/4 of the way and it wouldn't fall.
She's around the basketball, though. Every time that thing comes off the orange, she is right there.
6'2" power forward. Headed to Fayetteville to play at Arkansas. And you see the run is now 9-0. And after the foul, Lynette Crockett heads to the line. And the Red has feasted at the line, hitting 11 of 12 free throws. 12 of 13 as Crockett knocks it home. NCAA Men's Division I Hockey Championship coming your way tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN. It's Minnesota and Maine. For more information, you can log on to ESPN.com. The Frozen Four culminating this evening. The run is now 10-0 as Crockett misses the second one. So the Red up by 9. Make it 11, 43-32. And here they come again. LaVere. Norman's pass in traffic. And a timeout taken by Taisha Fluker, who was tied up underneath. 1:04 left to go here in the first half in Hartford. Players coming up to Hartford, and they visited St. Francis Hospital and had a nice visit with some of the smaller inhabitants of that hospital.
The neonatal ICU unit.
And they went together this
Miracle of modern medicine. You see Goring. A big difference in size there, 6'7". What a nice picture of the 4 Connecticut players.
At St. Francis Hospital here in Hartford, a very fine medical center. The WBCA High School All-America basketball game coming your way from Hartford. Pam Ward and Doris Burke joining you on this Saturday afternoon. The last game, Doris. This is it.
Yes, ma'am, for a while.
And we will see these players like Simone Augustus, goodness knows where, but we will see these players. And as freshmen, we're going to see a lot of them coming up when the season starts up again in November. And again, we are your exclusive home for the women's NCAA tournament. Augustus wants to get there with Duke. She has 8. The run is now 12-0 in favor of the Red.
Didn't take Monique Curry long to get involved after playing in this game last year.
Monique, terrific freshman, will be a sophomore next year, and Elena Beard only a junior. Atkinson can't handle, and it comes back to the Red. So the Red on this huge 12-0 run, taking control late in the first half.
A lot of those coming in transition. 6 of those 12 easy ones.
It helps when you have players like Simone Augustus who can finish so nicely around the basket. This time she passes to Fluker. Tennessee-bound player draws the foul as Vaden bodies her a little bit too much. That's 2 on Ruby. So Taisha Fluker make it 3 on Ruby Vaden, 3 fouls. Fluker, 6'5", 210 from Pasadena, California, headed down to Tennessee to give them some inside presence. Michelle Snow graduating. Fluker, a much bigger player, more physical player than Snow.
And there certainly has some competition up front. Gwen Jackson, Ashley Robinson.
Fluker, by the way, a high school high jumper as well at John Muir High School. And she gets her first point, averaged 27 points and 13 rebounds, averaging the double-double in California. Welch misses, rebound to Fluker. And here comes the Red. Oh, Crockett ahead of everybody. Gathers, and the rebound taken down by Atkinson. Nikki Blue, one hands it, that is off the mark. Rebound. Fluker and Welch get tied up, and the alternate possession will keep it with the white.
Now, this is a strange-looking jump shot for Nikki Blue. Normally, you see that guide hand stay on in the jump shooting motion, but Nikki Blue, she takes it off early.
Blue, 2-time California Player of the Year, headed to UCLA. The Bruins needing some help, and Blue unable to convert. The Red finishing the first half on a 13-0 run. Courtney LaVere leading the way with a dozen points. Barbara Turner has 9. The Red up by 13 at the break. Ann Strother and company putting on a show in Hartford at the WBCA High School All-America game.
Since its inception in 1981, the Women's Basketball Coaches Association has become the epicenter for coaches and fans of women's basketball.
I believe it is so important for coaches at all levels to join the WBCA and get involved. Much of the growth that we have had in our sport stems from the WBCA and its membership.
The WBCA has such a strong voice in women's basketball. The more members that we have, the stronger that voice can be.
Hey, there's big news at 7-Eleven. It's the new Big Bite Combo. Delicious Big Bite hot dog made by Oscar Mayer. With free chili and cheese. Whatever you want. An ice cold Dr. Pepper. And a big grab of chips. All for just $1.99. All day, Kevin.
Kevin Garnett, the kid. Player of the present and future. Ideal player of the 21st century. What up? We call him KG the Kid. KG. But if you seen him with a basketball, you know that he grown. If you seen him on the ball court, you know that he home. It's like every dunk is drastic. First to get drafted out of high school since Moses Malone. Everybody gotta earn their turn. I think the kid game got hotter since his jersey burned. And you couldn't find a finer kid than a 7-foot South Carolina kid obsessed with balls. And the rim need a hard neck. Better act like you know. Come on, dog. That's Kevin Garnett. About to get an and one all in your mug. Said he play around the clock cause it's ball in his blood. He ain't think about a turnover. That's KG. He the player of the future. And the game about the turnover. Think you got game, then you gon' have to learn over. Yeah. KG.
Oh my, I'll save you. I'm coming in. Wow, that's cold, but I can save you in your collect calls. Dial down the center, it's 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them.
Save on every call. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Welcome back to Hartford. The red team with a 13-0 run to finish up the first half as they take the lead over the white All-Stars 45-32. Pam Ward along with Doris Burke, and we saw some impressive performances. Simone Augustus, for one, helping the red team get that lead.
Well, Augustus, one player that is not signed and not verbally committed, certainly making some people drool. LSU, Tennessee, Duke, the names that she gave to us yesterday, and certainly a very skilled basketball player. I'd want her if I were them as well.
I think a lot of coaches are thinking that they want her and might try to get in late on this thing. A lot of emphasis obviously is being put on the Connecticut players. They had the Fab Five 4 years ago, and we've seen the Fab Five already today.
Well, 6'7" Jillian Goring, the last to commit. She orally committed. The 10th will be signing day. They expect to get her. Wilnette Crockett, Barbara Turner, both solid bodies. And then you get the two skinny ones, Strother and Wolf, but both skilled basketball players, the next generation of Connecticut Huskies. Are we getting a preview of national title teams? We'll see.
And Jillian Goring has 3 points. It was on the three. She's 6'7" and likes to fire it away. And for the Tennessee fans, they've gotten a good look at Shauna Zolman. We highlighted her in the Open. She's not disappointed.
But this is a special basketball player, and perhaps more importantly, a special kid, one that likes to compete every single minute. She's got three-point range. She can put it on the deck, and if you play for Pat Summitt, you better want to guard, and she seems to want to do that. So
always talk about defense. All right, as far as these players, once they get into the collegiate ranks, one of the things they'll be looking for besides national titles, the Wade Trophy, which goes to the best player in all of college basketball. Michelle Tafoya now takes a look at the history of that award.
Each sport has its holy grail. College football has the Heisman. For a woman basketball player, there is no greater honor than the Wade Trophy. First presented in 1978, the list of Wade Trophy winners is a who's who of the sport. But a lot has changed in the past 23 years since the trophy was first awarded. Women's basketball has risen on the national stage. From Division I to Division III, more people are watching and more women are competing. Around college athletics, opportunities for women have grown in all different sports and at all levels. Professional leagues now exist in softball, soccer, and of course basketball. Now dreams don't have to end with graduation. There is certainly no better time to be a female athlete. Things were a little different 70 years ago. Young Margaret Wade was on the basketball team at Delta State, at least until the school disbanded it. So the former player then became a coach, and as the years went by, it became her calling, her life's work. Eventually, she returned to Delta State. The program was revived, and Margaret Wade would take it to incredible heights. 3 consecutive years, from 1975 to 77, the Lady Statesmen were national champions, dominating the women's game as UCLA was on the men's side. Wade would become one of the first women inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1984. The Wade Trophy was considered an honor from year one.
I coveted that award because it signified a lot more than just the best basketball player in college at the time. It meant pride, it meant class, and Margaret was a wonderful woman, so I was proud to win an award for the first time that bear her name.
Many have come since Carol Blazejowski. Presented by the WBCA and the National Association for Girls and Women in Sports, the trophy recalls the legacy of Margaret Wade. Last year, Jackie Stiles of Southwest Missouri State won the prestigious Wade Trophy.
You're done with your basketball.
This year, the Wade Trophy Award went to Sue Bird from the University of Connecticut. Sue will join us live here in Hartford. The red team with the big lead at the break.
Oh,
Making a call, Don't get burned by a high rate. Get Minute Pass.
With Minute Pass, I know I get cheap rates because I buy my minutes up front.
Just pick the size that's right for you, with rates as low as 6 cents a minute.
Home or away, Minute Pass has you covered.
With my Minute Pass, it's 8 cents a minute wherever I use it, and my minutes never expire.
And you can add more minutes for less.
When I need more minutes, I just recharge my Minute Pass and get bonus minutes every time.
Heading out, get Minute Pass.
Buy one today. Just call 1-800-777-5000 or visit minutepass.com.
Minute Pass, your pass to a great low rate.
Want to make your car look like new again? Well, now you can with Color Cure Color Enriching Car Polish from Turtle Wax. Color Cure's breakthrough formula masks superficial scratches and swirl marks while cleaning, shining, and protecting all in one simple application. For deeper scratches, use the patented chip stick. Color Cure even heals old neglected finishes, removing years of oxidation. Color Cure is available in 7 popular colors. Each works for a wide range of shades. Color Cure, a showroom-like finish that's as easy as waxing your car.
People everywhere are discovering the power of cheap tickets. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can find airfares up to 40% off on the web or on the phone. Airfares you can't find anywhere else. Cheap tickets, the best kept secret in travel for over 15 years.
I'm good.
Welcome back to Hartford. The red team with a 45-32 lead over the white. And 4 years ago, there were 5 UConn signees who played here. One of them is Sue Bird. And Sue, you've done some things in the meantime. 2 national championships coming off your last national championship, the National Player of the Year. I would imagine the last few days have been kind of crazy for you guys.
Yes, they have. We've been pretty much around the country, I should say, since we've gotten back. But I don't know, it's been a lot of fun. I got to admit, you know, I definitely wouldn't trade it for anything.
Now, the Wade Trophy, we had a feature on that. You won that as the best player in the country. Quite an honor for you, obviously.
Yes. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great honor.
Sue, congratulations. It seems that
That's
every
throwing me
time
off. Sorry. Without it, though, without my teammates, I don't think it would have been possible. So, you know, you got to give them a little credit. They're here tonight also, so.
props to the UConn Huskies in the house. 2000, you win a national title, but as seniors, your class wins the second one. Can you put into perspective the difference in meaning between those two?
Right. Well, the first one, that was a great year. You know, everything seemed to go our way. We had a great team, and we were basically led by Svet and Shea. And the difference between that year and this year is that this was kind of our team. You know, we're seniors. We've been through the last 3 years, you know, the hard times, the good times, and it was our year to kind of take over. And then along with the rest of the girls on the team, we were able to do that. So it is a little bit of a different feeling, but I'm glad we won both times.
Do you have any advice for this class of 4 and now what is expected to be 5 Connecticut Huskies who will step into stores next year?
Good luck. It may seem tough at first, but you know, the hard work will definitely pay off.
And of course, you were gone. You were a terrific leader for this team. Diana Taurasi,
yeah.
What about that? How did they handle Taurasi, the kids coming in?
Well, Dee's got a great, you know, she's a great person, got a great personality, and I think she's ready to take on that role. Hopefully, we've shown her some things. I know she's taught me some things. So, you know, like I said, I think she's ready.
I know she told me in San Antonio she's ready to be the leader, as you said. Now, today, or before this game, there was the parade in Connecticut. Here in Hartford, we're going to roll in some footage of that. Was it as cold as it seemed to be?
It actually wasn't. I mean, 2000 was freezing and it was raining. It was very hard to enjoy it. But this year, as you can see, it wasn't as bad. We still had our big coats on, but we were able to sign some autographs, do some things for the fans, and I think it's a great way to show them our appreciation.
The draft is just 13 days away. I'm sure the fans in this building would love to see you in New York. Seattle's got the first pick. Any thoughts on the draft upcoming?
You know, I'm happy to go wherever. If that means, you know, I got to go out to the West Coast, fine. The Midwest, any place. You know, I'm just ready to play.
All right, Sue Bird, best of luck. Congratulations on a terrific career.
Thank you very much.
And I know they're going to miss you here in Connecticut, but we'll see you in the next level. A lot of people would love to trade up to get you. We've heard that.
Thanks.
All right, Sue Bird from the national champion Connecticut Huskies. We'll be back with second half action coming up here in the WBCA High School All-America game.
I think they're 3.5 weeks off that you are 3.5 weeks pregnant prior. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because your system was not acting normal, remember?
Yes.
Because actually, you were relieved at one point and you got trick up, didn't you?
Oh my God. Yes.
It was just amazing. Oh, God.
Call now for your free reading. Call 1-800-711-1750.
Whoa, buddy, you're not just sitting there, are you? He's just sitting there. You gotta get up, because everything's 0 till 03. Any Kawasaki ride. ATVs, motorcycles, mule utility vehicles, jet ski watercraft. UFOs. There are no UFOs. Yes, there are. But you gotta hurry, because good times go fast.
See your Kawasaki dealer, Cycle World, at 7930 Pulaski Highway in Baltimore.
Welcome back to Hartford, Connecticut. About to get underway with the second half of the red team leading the white 45-32. They went on that 13-0 run to end the first half and take that lead. And we saw a lot of great talent, as expected, here in the first half. And a lot of people here in Hartford want to see Ann Strother.
Well, no question. I think you wonder what comparisons will be made. Swin Cash, who does she remind you of? But Ann Strother's got plenty of skills, and she dominates our first half. Highlights are certainly well-deserved. She is a player who can go inside out, can go off the dribble, can rebound the basketball. Handle is excellent. Between the legs, a finger roll was absolutely sensational. And Chelsea Welch, I mean, that reminded me so much of Jackie Stiles and the ability to lean back on that jumper. And Courtney LaVere, what an outstanding half of basketball. They've got great inside players returning at Notre Dame. She will be a nice complement to those players. And we've talked about it already so much. Simone Augustus, the one player who has yet to make up her mind in this 20.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers, Doris. And not very good from the floor, but the free throws, a decided advantage. We've seen the red attack the basket, and they're taking advantage once they get to the line.
White wanted to transition. Red wanted to pound it inside.
So the red with that 13-point lead, again, the 13-0 run to do it. Leading the way, Courtney LaVere with the dozen points, also has 6 rebounds and a couple of steals. So 12 points in only 10 minutes of work. And Strother leading the way, 7 points in 11 minutes with 3 personal fouls that she's been battling for the white team. ESPN2's presentation of the 2002 Phoenix WBCA High School All-America game is brought to you by the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, creating champions one team at a time. www.wbca.org, your new address for women's basketball. And by Charbroil, keepers of the flame. As we get set for the second half, we talk about the head coaches, Brian Georges for the red and Rhonda Farney for the white team. You wonder what kind of strategy coaches use heading into this All-Star game. Let's hear from Farney first.
I certainly don't feel any pressure coaching this. I just, like I said, want to do the very best job that I can, just facilitate and make sure that the girls have a good time and that we get to see the very best basketball. This is an incredibly talented class. And I want to make sure that I don't mess up and that they get a chance to entertain us and we can see what they can do.
The excitement from being there, but really the excitement of just watching them showcase their talent, just, you know, to let the world see, you know, the best that the U.S. has to offer in high school basketball.
So the bottom line, Doris, is don't mess up.
That would be the only pressure. When you have talent, you just enjoy it.
And both of these coaches have had success in their respective jobs. Rhonda Farney from Georgetown, Texas. Brian Georges coaching in Poughkeepsie, New York. And Ann Strother. Here is Beth Bass, who is the president of the WBCA, and giving the Player of the Year, the WBCA Player of the Year award to Strother. And very well deserved.
She seems to be the consensus #1 high school player in the country, was before the year, signed with Connecticut in the early sign period back in November. And this group of 5, because we might as well include Goring, because in 4 days she will sign that letter of intent, but they essentially knew that each of the others was coming. Recruiting has changed in that these players get to know one another fairly early, either through tournaments or through AAU basketball. And you know, the conversations via telephone or email occur, and they were very much aware that the others were going.
very much a national game, even in high school and AAU, as you said. And Barbara Turner gets the first basket. She now has 11 points. And Turner inbounded it right in front of Ann Strother, and they both made goofy faces at each other. So they're getting ready again to play in Stores, and they've gotten to know each other very well over the last week. Kendrick leading the way for the red, under blue, and gets the foul and the hoop, Alexis Kendrick.
I like her foot speed, and Georgia plays all out, 94 feet. You got a guard for Andy Landers, and well, you talk about getting to know. She knew Kara and Kim Braxton, who were freshmen this season for Andy Landers, and it was a large part of why she chose Georgia. And they, as you already alluded to, need some guard help. Welcome, Alexis Kendrick.
And Kendrick completes the three-point play. She was fouled by Nikki Blue, and really Georgia getting by without guards. They lost Kelly and Coco Miller now 2 seasons ago, and had trouble adjusting without them, and Kendrick should step in and help them out right away. 17 seconds left on the shot clock as the White keeps control, and here comes Jillian Goring in for Kasha Terry, known as Gigi, the 6'7" player, has that three-point shot today. And right away they go to Goring inside.
Good catch and nice sweet move. You got to be patient. Typically, you got to teach youngsters that patience. Feel the pressure. Don't get rattled.
So she uses her body well, and that ended a 18-0 run in favor of the red, but Misty Bass comes right back and starts another one. Bass's first bucket. Chubby's kid.
Yes, Bass grew up in Wisconsin, but headed to a little bit warmer weather, getting out of Big Ten country.
Going down to play for Duke. As that is off of Bass's hands, the White controls with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Bass was a Naismith finalist, another player who averaged in double-doubles in high school. Blue between the legs. Misfires, rebound. Taken down by Brooke Smith, another Duke player. Here's Zolman.
Oh, nice curl pass. That was sweet.
Oh, but Smith cannot complete what would have been a sweet assist, and Zolman has a complete arsenal.
That's a pass that I think is lost in men's and women's college basketball an awful lot. As you see Cynthia Cooper, head coach of the Phoenix Mercury.
One of the honorary coaches sitting on the bench for the White team. And Blue inside. And that hesitation by Vaden drew the foul. Let's go back to Cynthia, the two-time NBA MVP, retiring and taking over for Phoenix.
Big surprise to people with that retirement. Certainly had plenty of game left.
Strother inside to Vaden. Does a 360 and misfires. Rebound to Kendrick. Misfires as Smith is unable to hang on to that bullet pass. It was deflected.
Yeah, Cooper perhaps getting an early preview of WNBA players.
Red only has 7 turnovers, not bad at all. The White with an even dozen. That was the 7th for the Red on that errant pass. Inside, Bass fronting Goring, and there's a foul on the play as Smith came in from behind, and they got Bass.
It's one thing to be 6'7", it's another to be 6'7" and have good hands. Nice job coming up with that one.
That's the first on Bass. Goring, and 6'7". Got 5 siblings. Her brother Anthony plays basketball at Range Junior College, and kind of a little jump hook. That's off the mark. Brooke Smith has 10 rebounds, so she is working on a double-double. She's got 6 points already. Bass misses, and the big 6'7" kid, Goring, comes down with the rebound. Nicole Wolf able to outrace Kendrick for the ball. Vaden misses. Turner comes down with the rebound. Crowd cheers because I know Turner is going to be playing for Connecticut.
She's got the high dribble.
Big time. Smith gets bottled up, can't control. Here's 2 UConn kids against each other. Wolf over Turner.
That's twice she stuck a pull-up jump in transition. None better at the college level than Sue Bird was a year ago, doing that one dribble pull.
Zolman in traffic draws the foul.
Watch your tracks.
Watch Zolman. She's got a great handle. Defense cuts her off. She goes behind the back, draws a foul. Close. Nice.
Zolman has 8 points, 4 of 8 from the floor, and 1 assist from Wawasee High School. A terrific free throw shooter. 93%. In fact, set a national record by making 70 in a row at one point in high school.
Wow, that's Gary
breaking your national record, right?
Yeah. Gary Buchanan at Villanova, that great streaks in the NCAA record. I believe, was it 72?
Zolman has 10. And that 70 straight free throws, by the way, is the most for any high school player, male or female. Barbara Turner, back iron, rebound, taken by Strother. Strother, and that one cannot be handled by Vaden.
Look at Turner. I mean, her dribble can't be any more like Tarasi's. That high, you almost cupping it with that hand.
Misty Bass, good job of sticking with it. Bass has 4 points all here in the second half.
Boy, she and Smith have played a lot together. They're a very nice tandem together inside. Both want to crash the boards, both keep the basketball alive.
The Red up by 20, largest lead. Goring trying to get it going inside, misses, rebound Bass. Good pass, Kendrick to Smith, but Smith unable to hold on. So the Red picking up where it left off. A big run at the end of the first half to take a 13-point halftime lead. The lead has ballooned to 20. Chubby watching this kid in Hartford.
Ago, when the gift of fire came to Earth, the first keepers of the flame emerged. They were the ones who nurtured it and preserved it. In time, they learned the pleasures of the open flame. And they passed this learning along across the bridge of years. And so fire came into our modern times, and a new keeper of the flame emerged. One who's brought all of man's skills to bear, making it easier than ever before to grill over an open flame, so the tradition could continue, at least for another 10,000 years. Char-Broil, keepers of the flame.
The parade is over, so the Connecticut Huskies have made their way inside to watch the WBCA All-American High School game. Diana Taurasi was a star here a couple of years ago when she was in this game.
How you guys doing?
As we flash it back, Diana Taurasi from Chino, California, 12-7. Her white team was a winner 2 years ago and 2 days. And she, as a sophomore, helping Connecticut win that national championship, will be one of the leaders next year. Inside the hoop and the foul as we score it for Chelsea Welsh. So Welsh will head to the free throw line, and we are joined now by Cynthia Cooper. Good to see you.
It's great to see you guys. How you doing?
And we're doing great. You've got some business to take care of in not too short a time here. The draft coming up, maybe a preview of some players you'll see in the future in the WNBA.
Absolutely. I've been trying to get them to just come straight out of high school. I'm just joking. I don't want to see any emails on that one.
How about those UConn players? I mean, aren't they great? And then the fans here in Hartford just are awesome.
You need the Sisters of Mercy to come in here. The Sisters of No Mercy, I guess, the Phoenix fans.
We're definitely looking forward to the draft. We have, of course, the UConn players are awesome, but also the Stacey Dales of the draft and every other player out there that just did so great in the NCAAs this year. It's going to be interesting.
The general consensus seems to be simply that Sue Bird will go first, whether or not Lynn Dunn trades that pick away, somebody else gets it. Is that what you are hearing?
I think Sue Bird should go first. If not, hey, they can always trade her to me. Hey, no, have no problem with that. I think Sue Bird will go first, and then I think the other UConn players will follow closely behind her.
Do you see any of the four going outside of the first round, or do you see them all going before that first round is over?
I think all of them are not only going to go in the first round, but high in the first round. And I also think Stacey Dales and Teasley, and I still think Lambert, even with her injury, I think she's also going to go high in the first round.
Well, certainly the Connecticut dominates that story, but also the injuries. You mentioned Lambert. What about a Deanna Jackson from UAB who gets hurt as well early in the year? What is the perception there?
Well, she got her very early in the year, and so she might be off of a lot of people's radar. But you have to see. You got to depend. It depends on what the teams need by the time their pick comes. So we'll have to see.
What would you tell these high schoolers heading into college? You played at USC, went to the Final Four as a player, and you won too. Am I correct? Too, yes, with Cheryl Miller. Your thoughts and any advice for these youngsters heading into college?
Well, I wanted them to understand how important this game was today on national television and how much passion we brought to the game. And I also wanted them to have that same passion when they came out here to play, not only today, but also going into their collegiate careers. I wanted them to understand how important it was for them to kind of take the ball now and take it running and really generate some excitement around women's basketball.
Pam Ward-Doris-Burke and Cynthia Cooper joining you here. Shauna Zolman having a heck of a game. She is headed for Tennessee. And you were obviously a terrific player, but even from the time when you played in high school, I don't want to make it sound like you're older.
That long ago.
But the game has really evolved. I mean, even in the last 5 years, hasn't it?
It really has. These players out here are dunking. They see the game in a totally different light than when I was in high school or even in college. And they have so many more opportunities now. Of course, a lot of players came before them to kind of pave the way. But just the talent level out there nowadays is just awesome. And they just play on a different level nowadays than we played on when we were in high school.
And you saw Jillian Goring, 6'7". Kid likes to shoot the threes. That's kind of scary.
That is scary. It's scary that a kid can dunk and then stop as a trail on the fast break and hit a three-pointer. I think it's also going to be very interesting to see what the college coaches do with these young players and how Gino really works with his 5 players and make them become WNBA material.
You know, it's interesting to see Swin Cash, a player like Swin, evolved as a collegiate player, added a phase of her game every year, but still, Cynthia, the difference from the physical side of things, college to pro, talk about how different that is, because these players here today are essentially going to have a big jump high school to college.
Exactly, and that's what you find. And I think the biggest adjustment any player has to make is that transition. And then you have to make a transition from high school to college, as you said before. That's something they're going to have to work on. It is not only athletically but also physically. And then the game is just a totally different game in the WNBA. You're going to have to be. I don't necessarily think you have to be so much stronger, but you definitely have to be smarter.
What's harder, coaching or playing?
I have to say coaching is definitely harder. It has been a challenge in some ways for me to coach. As a player, you pretty much have control out there. You can take care of it yourself. As a coach, you kind of have to send someone out there to take care of the business.
To carry out your will, which probably doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't, as a matter of fact.
The Red up now by 16 as the White tries to get something going. Chelsea Welsh is fouled Who was your mentor when you take a look at you coaching? You went in and surprised a lot of people because you could still play. We all know that you can still play. But you go in to coach. Is there any coach that you sort of emulate or took stuff from in your ability as a coach?
Well, throughout my playing career, I've had tremendous coaches. Linda Sharp was my college coach, and she's just an awesome motivator. She really was able to put a lot of talented pieces of a puzzle together, and so I respect her a tremendous amount. But also Kay Yao. I really loved Kay Yao because Kay Yao, she coached me on the Olympic team, but she was a team builder. She was all about teams. And we used to play little games out in Russia in the World Championships to really build camaraderie and build up our team, and that really stuck with me throughout my years.
You mentioned playing in Russia with Kay Yao, obviously the coach at NC State, and you did not have the luxury these kids had. You had to play a lot of ball overseas, and you think the kids, like these kids now, can appreciate, you talked about people paving the way, and it right now appears to be a little bit easier for them.
Well, it's a little easier for them, but I think they understand what's at stake, and with players like myself and even the UConn players coming out here today to the game to support this high school game, I think they really understand where the game has come from and where they have to take it now.
Little Aaron Grant gets it inside. Fancy passing as Salverson chases it down. That is a backcourt violation. All right, Cynthia Cooper, want to thank you for dropping by, and as you go back off to give your words of wisdom to the white team, good luck for you, to you with Phoenix.
Thank you very much. Take care,
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having us. Good luck in the draft. We'll be talking to you.
All righty.
All right, Cynthia Cooper, as Dora said, a lot of work to do as they get ready for the WNBA draft coming up. And some of these players hope that they will be considered 4 years from now. Simone Augustus, you can't let her in the open court.
Good burst of speed to get out in front of the pack by Augustus.
12 points for Simone Welch with the miss. And as the red team continues to blow away the white, they're up by 17. That is out of bounds. Simone Augustus has not yet made up her mind where she wants to go to school. A lot of people want her. She's got a dozen.
The West Side is calling timeout. The Uptown is down by 3. With the shake. Ice water from 30. Lewis Trick with the boogie. That's a rubber pump special. 4 hot legs left. Let it fly, Joe. Let it fly.
This race brought to you by Visa, the official card of the NFL, and the only card accepted at the Olympic Games. And the Visa Triple Crown. Almost forgot. We're also the official card of NASCAR. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Bottled water getting expensive. Try pure filtered water. Just as good as bottled at a price that's 10 times less. Doesn't that sound better? Pure water filters. Your water should be pure. Besides saving you money, the Pure Water filter is so easy to install and use. You already have all the tools you need. Pure Water filters. Your water should be pure.
Back in Hartford, Connecticut, the WBCA High School All-America game, the Bushnell Arch in downtown Hartford on a beautiful day. There was snow on the ground this morning. Can spring come? Rita Williams knows all about the Connecticut winners.
Rita Williams, the MVP of the '98 Big East Championship, now plays for the Indiana Fever, Nell Fortner. And I think Rita, one of the most underrated players in the WNBA, does an outstanding job at a point guard spot. But I'll tell you this, she's happy to have Tamika Catchings back and healthy.
14 points and 6 boards now for Simone Augustus. She got the last bucket for the Red. Terry shot excellent.
Call it. call it pucker up, close your eyes, because that's exactly what she just did.
She had 27 rebounds in a game a couple of years ago. That's a school record at Douglasville, Georgia. She's headed to Georgia Tech. Terry fighting for the rebound, unable to get it. Bodies crash. 17-point lead for the red. And the white team will get it on the alternate possession. MLS Soccer Saturday continues right after this game on ESPN2 as Mamadou Diallo and the New England Revolution visit the defending MLS Cup champion San Jose Earthquakes. MLS Soccer Saturday on ESPN2. For more soccer information, log on to ESPN.com. That is coming up as soon as this game is over, about 35 minutes from now. Zolman been quiet for a while.
Ooh, I thought you got away. No. Gets away. That's an all-star forgiving whistle. I thought you traveled in that one.
Zolman with an even dozen points. This was fancy. Walker not.
Yeah, no question. Spins off the defender to just Shaker. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
She kept that left foot down, that pivot foot.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Johanna Salverson is drawing the foul, missed her first free throw. See a lot of Zolman. You see the school records are ridiculous for her at Wawasee High School in Syracuse, Indiana.
Yeah, we told you about her free throw shooting. 93%. Just for some perspective, Jim Stamos, our statistician, gave me this. Mark Price, the career leader in the NBA for free throw percentage, 91%. No matter where you shoot, it's always the same distance, right? Zolman, 93%.
White foul number 50, Johanna Salverson.
There you see it, 70 in a row. Boy, that's some concentration. Yeah, that you knew a coach's kid was going to do that.
Simone Augustus misses, but gets the rebound off Welch's hands.
Great hang time.
Aisha Fluker drawing the foul. Looks like she might have gotten a finger in the face. Nothing like getting the old finger in the eye, but Fluker is going to hang in there and head to the line.
Augustus had to stay off her feet, gets rid of it on the way down, and that's the shot.
3 fouls on Kasha Terry as Fluker heads to the line. Only her second point. She also has 6 rebounds, though, to go along with her 2 free throws. First team All-State in the state of California, is from Pasadena, California. Again, Aisha will be playing at Tennessee. Terry loses it. Uh-oh, here's Augustus behind her back. Can Salverson stop her? No! The hoop and the foul for Augustus.
Yeah, she's got great size, but she's got the handle to go with it. So she'll see the floor at 6'1". And there are certain things you can't teach. A feel for a game, a feel for a defender. Watch this. I mean, that's just a feel for her trying to cut you off, then takes the contact, still able to get the shoulder square. This is a college move right here, there's no doubt. Takes the hit, gets her shoulder square anyway, scores with contact. That is pretty.
Augustus knocks down her 17th point. She has 9 of them here in the second half. Aaron Grant inside to Goring at 6'7", passes it out. Strother misses, ball on the floor, and the alternate possession will take it to the red. Aisha Fluker and Goring going to see each other, no doubt, in college when Tennessee and Connecticut lock up.
Well, I guess they've been yapping at one another, the Connecticut contingent versus the Tennessee contingent.
That ball is thrown right into the hands of Welch, and Chelsea draws the foul as she is knocked on the hand by Nina Norman. That's 3 on Nina.
You know, Welch has some parts of her game that remind me of Jackie Stiles. That fadeaway jump, 5'6", pushes it out hard in transition, leans to draw the contact. Good understanding.
See Welch perfect from the line so far.
Has to use that left hand. If she uses that left-handed transition, Pam, she's shooting 1 free throw with the N1.
Welch, she had a 5.0 GPA through high school. These kids who get A's in honors classes. Nothing like that. She is headed off to Oklahoma.
You're shaking your head in disgust.
I just can't even fathom that. And then you play basketball on top of that, and she's going to go help out Sherry Cole in Norman. LeVere gets it smacked away by Goring, but they got Goring with the body foul. Gigi doesn't agree.
Yeah, we get the benefit of the second look. Goring comes over and helps.
What do you think?
I like to see it 2 and 3 times. I could never be an official.
Got a lot of ball on that, but again, they called her for using too much body on LeVere. Goring has 2 personal fouls, and Courtney LeVere has 15 points.
That's Tamika Williams with Diana Taurasi nameplate on her hat.
15 points for LeVere, 5 of 9 from the floor. She had 1 of 2 free throws on that trip. Welch! Missing on the 3. Quick release for her. Catch and shoot. A lot like Jackie Stiles. Pam Ward and Doris Burke joining you from Hartford for the 2002 WBCA High School All-America game, their 11th annual game, and they've been playing it every year here in Hartford since 1998. Some of the most rabid girls and women's basketball fans in the country. Another good crowd here today.
Yeah, they get a crew of high school coaches, well respected, as the selection committee, the WBCA, is committed to coaches at all levels. Anybody coaching girls or women's basketball. Yeah, you could actually join the WBCA as a media member, Pam.
I could?
Yes, you could.
Would they reject my application?
I am a member of the WBCA. You can go log on to their site. And any information pertaining to coaches, concerns they might have, are on that website.
www.wbca.org is their website. They do a lot of great things for all levels, as Doris said, of girls basketball, from the low amateurs all the way up to and including the WNBA. Welch goes out, Wolf comes in. Fluker called for that last foul on Aaron Grant, who got her first point of the game. So everybody has scored. All 20 players have scored in this game. Grant the last to do so, knocking down both of her free throws. LeVere running the court well, but cannot finish. Here's Strother. 3-on-3, now 4-on-3. Underneath, looking for Salverson, but it ticks off the rim. Now Zolman the other way. Strother picks her off. Strother always with the head up, looking. Blocked by Fluker, who gave her a little lip afterwards. The Tennessee on the UConn. Simone Augustus is good.
I'm trying to think who Augustus reminds me of. I can't get a handle on it. She's silky smooth, boy. Looks effortless when she plays.
Simone has 19 points. Aaron Grant's quick, boy. She's going to help Texas Tech out.
Yeah, 5'7", but has a nose for the basketball. Good handle to get close. And she'll have some assistance. Gia Perkins, that'll be a nice tandem.
Gia Perkins, incredibly talented for Marcia Sharp's team down in Lubbock. Fluker taking it right to Goring. Ticks off and Goring gets the rebound.
I like Fluker because she knows to attack a body. You get a real solid shot block post who's got size on you. You have to go into their body, go attack them.
She does have a real good low post body already, even as a high school senior. Wolf off the mark. Rebound Goring. Fluker with the board after good defense. Now Zolman. The 3. Stop, pop, and hit.
Yeah, she's got some range on that jumper. She was a step beyond the arc that time.
Shauna Zolman now with 15 points as she nailed that three-pointer. 25 points now for the Red coming in transition. And their lead has ballooned up to 24 points. And when you break Stephanie White-McCarty's record, and any scoring record in any state, but when Stephanie White-McCarty, and she obliterated that record in Indiana.
3,000 points. Never averaged less than 30 points a game. And you see her stop about a foot beyond the arc. She's got great range. Well, I wouldn't want to get into a three-point shooting contest with this kid. Just excellent technique. Uses the legs. Got the great follow-through. And more important than that, she's got a real understanding, Pam. The savvy she has, the court awareness, the passing ability. You talk about the package with Zolman.
see her as a point guard in college, scoring point guard?
I think I like her at the point guard only because I'd love to see Kara Lawson move to the 2. I think Kara's such a tough mentality, good scoring person, but that's why I'm over here. Pat Summitt has won 6 national titles, and I'll never question, what she does. 11 deep she went in this NCAA tournament. It'd be interesting to see if she goes with that longer rotation next season.
She's very excited about getting players like Fluker and Zolman in next year. Strother to Wolf. That goes in and out. Rebound taken by another UConn player, Barbara Turner. Turner likes to. Oh boy, that's a heck of a pass, isn't it? Inside to Wilmette Crockett, another Connecticut player.
Turner's got size. She's got the high dribble, get her eyes up.
The 4 straight Connecticut players touched the ball on that possession, and Strother just terrific cut to the hoop and a way to find her too. Boy, Aaron Grant with a great pass. Inside, Smith bottled up by Salverson, but finds Misty Bass. Bass gets Strother up in the air. Kendrick for 3. That is off the mark. Oh, and Crockett fouled as she puts up the follow shot. Wilmette Crockett will be headed to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Crockett plays at a great high school program. Arbonne High School. They have won the mythical national championship in 2 of the last 3 years, so they've played a collegiate-like schedule. This is a program that travels around the country, plays in the best tournaments, so Crockett is about as prepared for college basketball as she could be coming out of high school.
Lori Moore also went to Arbonne High School, and the reason why they win those state championships. She's now at Tennessee. Crockett headed to arch rival Connecticut. Crockett with 6. The Red now 24-30 from the free throw line, and also killing them in transition.
MLS Soccer Saturday. Mamadou Diallo and the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes. MLS Soccer Saturday on ESPN2. Today, 3 Eastern.
It's playoff crunch time on ESPN Wednesday Night Hockey. ESPN whisks you around the NHL for live maximum coverage of postseason contenders. The crucial matchups for playoff position starts with Flyers at Devils, 7 Eastern Wednesday on ESPN.
The Mantis Tiller Cultivator is making gardening easier for everyone. The Mantis weighs just 20 pounds, so it's easy to carry and operate. Yet the unique patented tines and powerful 2-cycle engine lets you cut through hard soils and dig down to 10 inches deep. Mantis is so easy to handle that weeding and cultivating, even in tight places, is a snap. And with the optional Mantis attachments, you can dig furrows, trim hedges, aerate and dethatch your lawn, cut professional-looking borders, and remove weeds from cracks. Mantis' superior performance and rugged dependability is backed by a 2-year warranty and a lifetime warranty on the tines against breakage. So you get years of trouble-free service. The Mantis Tiller is now available at factory direct prices. So call for your free information pack with details on our 1-year money-back guarantee.
For more information, call toll-free 1-800-238-6611.
Back in UConn Husky territory. There's a little Husky, smart because they're staying warm. 25-point lead for the Red, and Simone Augustus, a big reason why.
Well, one of 15 players here that Connecticut did not get. Augustus rebounded a basketball weak side. In transition, great handle in the open floor. 6'1", takes contact, still scores it. 9 of 14 for 64%. The rest of her team is just 28%. This kid is flat out stuck it this afternoon.
Can flat out play. And there are the numbers for her at 19 and 6. Strother off the mark. Misty Bass coming up with the board and dribbles out of trouble. Turner, Crockett, they'll play together and scores, and that one is blocked away by Kasha Terry, who is on her way to Georgia Tech.
Terry's got some long arms, twice in the pipes in this one. Look at that one.
sweep. Give it up inside as Brooke Smith gets her first basket of the second half. She is 8. Cole Wolf gets fouled as she drives inside. I think they get Crockett. That will be her 3rd personal foul.
Make sure you guys call six.
Red foul number 5 on Crockett. Their 3rd personal foul on the team.
The free throw line, the Red just getting there more often and taking advantage of it. Nicole Wolf, one of the 5 players who is going to UConn. From Walpole, Massachusetts. Her dad, of course, is the head coach at Boston University. Nicole will take a seat with 6 points. And the Red lead is 25. Turner and Strother. Oh boy, Turner with the fancy stuff, and hacks her on the arm as she went by. It's 4 personals on Strother.
The guards just seem to get bigger and bigger. Kids physically more prepared coming out of high school.
Turner has 12 points. Turner's nickname is Big Time. You can kind of see why. She, big time player, enjoys the spotlight, loves being out in the crowd.
Well, you got Big D, and now you got Big Time.
Big time numbers for Turner. She's got 13 points and 7 rebounds. Strother, good pass inside, but unable to convert was Vaden. Here comes the Red. Misty Bass tips it away. She gets it right back from Turner. Height advantage over Blue, but Terry shows up to block another shot. Nikki Blue elevating over Kendrick, can't get it to fall, and Crockett comes down with it for the Red. Turner, that's a 2. Rebound battle for Smith, gives it up to Crockett, who was fouled by Atkinson.
But nice unselfish play by Smith. She actually had a pretty good opportunity for herself.
Well, Tangela Atkinson on her way to North Carolina, called for her 2nd foul, and Crockett heads to the free throw line. Crockett knocks down with another free throw as more substitutions come in. Aaron Grant back in, along with Joanna Salverson, as Blue and Vaden take a seat for the white team. Each player, Blue and Vaden, with 2 points. You see Crockett, 3-time Nike All-American. She also won the AAU National Championship in 1999. Alexis Kendrick was her teammate. Kendrick from LA heading to Georgia. Grant just into the game, fresh legs, and she's ready to run.
Oh, nice adjustment. Wow, that is pretty.
And Tangela Atkinson, stylish with her 7th point of the game. Atkinson was the South Carolina State Gatorade Player of the Year, played at Bishopville, in Bishopville, South Carolina, at Lee Grant, or Lee Central High School. Salverson, another big kid who can run the court. Smith blocks it away. Kendrick around Grant, no good, but Bass is there for the hoop follow.
Good follow by Mr. Bass. On the floor, he'll be rewarded for it.
Misty led her Parker High School team in Janesville, Wisconsin to 2 state championships, and here's her proud papa, Chubby Checker, looking on. That ball is thrown away. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. The Red has the basketball when we get back. They're starting to lay it on now. The Red getting close to the century mark with the lead in Hartford.
Sometimes the highly developed male will communicate via hand signals. We have the next game of billiards. Spot on. Would you care for another rolling rock? A rock would be splendid.
You want to play doubles?
Yeah, sure.
Correction, make that 4 rocks. Well played. I'm excited. Me too.
Rolling Rock beer. Grab a rock.
Hey, there's big news at 7-Eleven. It's the new Big Bite Combo. Delicious Big Bite hot dog made by Oscar Mayer. With free chili and cheese. Whatever you want. An ice cold Coke. And a big grab of chips. All for just $1.99.
Oh, thank heaven.
Is it hot out here or is it just you? Need some help?
No.
I can't help you save and collect calls, though. Just dial down the center at 1-800-CALLATT. It's free for you and cheap for them. All right. Will you try this on?
Save on every call. Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
ESPN2's presentation of the 2002 Phoenix WBCA High School All-America game is brought to you by the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, creating champions one team at a time. www.wbca.org, your new address for women's basketball. And by Rolling Rock. Grab a rock. We are in Hartford, Connecticut, the capital of the Nutmeg State. And the red team with a huge lead over the white. The red has 4 players in double figures, led by Simone Augustus with 19. Chelsea Welsh, the only white player in double figures. She has 14. The red getting a lot of balanced scoring. And there's the steal by Aaron Grant. This is the WBCA High School All-American game, the 11th such game in its history, as Grant misfires. All of these players, high school seniors, you'll be seeing in top Division I programs next year. Misty Bass misses, but she rebounds well and gets an unkind roll from the iron. Salverson out in transition. Latangela Atkinson.
Oh,
that was fancy, so she does it the old-fashioned way with the follow.
I think she lost her balance. I think she was thinking about the spin move. Good persistence.
Nina Norman leading the way for the red team. Nina on her way to Texas. She's from Houston. Misses the shot. Salverson going to Iowa. Play for Lisa Bluter. Here's Atkinson. A little bit too fancy as she was trying to find Strother, and that goes out of bounds. Shauna Zolman coming back in along with Wilnette Crockett for the red team. Atkinson will take a break. Brooke Smith takes a seat. She has a game-high 13 rebounds. Smith from Kentfield, California. 8 points, 13 boards. She will be headed to Duke in the fall. I wouldn't mind playing with Elena Beard and
Isis Tillis, Monique Curran. It's not a bad crew.
Crockett has 9. 8 of them here in the second half. Correction, Crockett has 10 points, 9 of them here in the second half.
Goring, she loves that three-point line.
Oh, she hit a 3 in the first half, but misfires there.
Somehow you think Coach Oriema might have her on a block working on post moves rather than that one.
Maybe in the weight room trying to bulk up just a little bit. You talk about Isis Tillis down at Duke. She's another post player, big kid who likes to go out and shoot those threes. They like that, don't they? Everybody wants to do something different.
Well, you got guards who pretend to be forwards and vice versa.
Nice hand for Ann Strother as she sits down with 9 points.
And the last 6'7" kid Gino recruited was not highly recruited and turned out to be a pretty good one, Carol Walters. No one really wanted to take a chance on her. Goring a little bit more skilled, I think, than Kara coming out of high school.
Runs the floor a lot better as well as we have contact underneath. Goring and Crockett, the 2 Connecticut-bound players, going head-to-head, and Crockett got the worst of the collision.
Two bodies that'll probably see some time together. Oh, yeah, she takes a pretty good shot as Goring steps into her move.
Crockett will take a break along with Misty Bass. The Connecticut-dominated Connecticut fans cheering for Crockett as she heads out. Barbara Turner now messing around with Nicole Wolf on the sidelines. They will be collegiate teammates.
I'm not sure what the holdup is here.
The shot clock.
Shot clock, oh.
being synced up. We are within a minute now, and the officials are getting the shot clock to where they want it to be. They have to do a do-over. There's Wolf and Turner.
She is chatty.
Isn't she, though? Brenda Turner's going to be doing some interviews once she comes here. The applause you hear now is for the Connecticut women leaving, and the national champions taking one more bow here at the Hartford Civic Center, where they won many games. They split time between here and their on-campus facility in Storrs, which is, what about it? How far east of here is Storrs?
You live in Connecticut.
I don't know. They don't let me do games in Storrs. 32 miles, I am told. 32 miles to the east is where Storrs is. Nina Norman knocking down the shot. That guy's good.
Yes, he is. Jim is the best. Fall away by Welsh. Not good.
Norman hit one shot and then missed the other. She was the last red player to get on the score sheet. Oh, a little Aaron Grant. A couple of water bugs in that backcourt next year for Texas Tech between Grant and Gia Perkins.
That Big 12 lost an awful lot of players. Welcome to the new age. Aaron Grant, solid game today.
Well, Zolman gets it taken away. Welch, talk about a solid game for Chelsea. And that will do it. The Red comes away with a 94-66 win over the white team. And some of the stars of tomorrow, we got to see him today. Simone Augustus with 19 points, leading the way for the Victorious Club. We will see her at Duke in the fall. Chelsea Welch going to Oklahoma. She had 14 for the white team. We will be back. Much more headed your way in Hartford. We will talk with some of the stars of the game. The red team runs away with a 94-66 win.
A lot of companies put out promotional calendars. Great idea for 7-Up. But instead of models, I've decided to use the 7-Up truck drivers. It's all you, baby. It's all you. Love the camera. Yes, very sweet, elegant.
You're trying to escape. You're trying to get out.
Not that good. That's genius. Sexy, kind of.
There's something wonderful about a hamburger. It's one of the few things that brings so much joy. Made fresh, hot off the grill, all juicy and delicious with fresh toppings so it tastes great. It lifts your spirits and makes everything okay. That's the kind of hamburger we make. Wendy's Classic Double with cheese. It's better here. And now Wendy's pickup window is open late so you can eat great even late.
I want to go home.
Now, when you want to get home, always remember to dial right down the center. 1-800-CALLATT. You could save on every call. What does your mom look like anyway? Woo! Can I get a ride too? Use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Hi, I'm Bob. And I'm Charlie. This lawn is a work of art. I use Scott Premium Grass Seed. Your inferior brands have weeds, but the seed that Scott has is the purest seed you can get. Healthy, lush, green. The lawn is only as good as the seed you start with.
And as MLS defending Cup champions San Jose Earthquakes begin their home season versus the revamped Revolution. We'll have kickoff for you coming up in a matter of minutes. Now send it back to Hartford with Doris and Pam.
Welcome back to Hartford. The red team routing the white all-star team 94-66 in the WBCA All-America game. Simone Augustus leading everybody with 19 points and 6 rebounds. Let's head over to Doris, who has the victorious coach, Brian Georges.
Thanks, Pam. Brian, you told us earlier you didn't want to screw this up. You had so much talent. Did you enjoy it?
Well, I had a great time watching kids like Simone, Courtney. They did a great job. Started off a little slow. I think the nerves were there, but once they settled down, boy, they were a treat to watch.
WBCA has sponsored this game for the last 11 years. They are involved in all levels of college coaching, high school coaching. Talk about the WBCA and what this event means for high school players.
Well, basically what it does is it helps to pass the torch. the torch from the Sioux Birds and the great UConn teams down to these kids, and then these kids down to the next group of kids, the aspiring junior high kids, varsity kids, and even the young kids that want to be players like Simone and like the other kids that you see in this game.
Thanks, Brian. Congratulations. Simone, you're the last one to commit. You have any news for us before we let you get away from us?
No, ma'am. I'm waiting to take my last trip before I make my decision. I'm going to make my decision on my birthday. So.
Well, congratulations on a great game today. Pam, let's go back to you.
All right, thank you, Doris, and thanks to Simone Augustus again. 19 points and 6 rebounds. The signing period starting again on Wednesday, and we will all wait to see where Augustus goes. She was one of 5 Red players in double figures as they win it by the final of 94-66. Beth Bass, who heads up the WBCA, making some presentations here at halftime. Chelsea Welch, by the way, with 14 points, leading the way for the white team. She's headed to Oklahoma. We saw some great basketball. Ann Struther, one of 5 players on their way to Connecticut. We are done. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Doris Burke, I'm Pam Ward. We have MLS soccer coming up. New England and San Jose. Goodbye from Hartford.
We want to welcome those of you who've been watching the WBCA All-Star Basketball game from Hartford to ESPN News. I'm Bob Stevens alongside Kara Capuano. Let's get them updated on the scores.
That's right. Let's start in the major leagues. The Twins right now beating the Blue Jays 6-3, and they have brought in LaTroy Hawkins to try to finish it out. We're only in the bottom of the 5th. The Twins with a huge second inning. Tip started off by a 2-run scoring triple from Jay Cannizzaro. Other updates around the majors. In the Bronx today, the Yankees hosting the Devil Rays. Rondell White scored Derek Jeter most recently.